My name's Corey Morris, Cloud Solution Architect for Microsoft. I've been with the company coming up on what's about to be 5 years in October. Um, and I mean, straight up, I've been doing IT for a minute now. But it's funny, like my journey into IT. Um, I didn't take a traditional path. Like it was nowhere. I didn't think I had no. I didn't think I was going to be in IT. Like I thought I was going to be like security. Well, let me back up. So after high school, I joined the military. I joined the Air Force. The smartest of all branches. But when I was in, I was security forces. So I was a cop while I was in. It did 4 years. At first I was going to make a career out of it. You know what I'm saying? But got in a little bit of trouble. So after that, I was like, man, you know what? I'm out. You know what I'm saying? I got arrested by my old flight sergeant.
Say
if that
what?
makes any sense, man.
What?
Like,
Dang.
yeah, crazy.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off.
And like I say, it was my flight sergeant. He said, got me underage drinking. And the crazy thing, I was getting ready to go to Korea. I had already out processed from the squadron and everything, man. Done. Done.
You was in limbo. You was in between duty
I was
stations.
in between duty stations. No real talk. Like so, this was
So if
on
you'd
a
have waited till you got to Korea, you'd have been fine because it's legal over there.
and man,
That's crazy.
brother got caught up, man. Got caught. So after that happened, man, they took my stripe, suspended bus for 6 months, base restriction for 6 months. I got $250 fine for 6 months. After that, like that room, I was like, you know what? What's up?
How long were you in the Air Force at that point?
This was 3 years. So when that happened, I had just put on senior airman. I had just put on senior airman. I had just put on senior airman. They took my stripe, back, busted me back down to E3. I was like, you know what, forget it. So, you know what I'm saying? I had decided to get out. I got out with nothing, like for real, nothing.
So is that when you started making beats?
Man, go ahead, man. Man, if I hear another Dr. Dre, go ahead, man. Hey,
I was waiting on you to get into the story about when you started making
man,
beats.
go ahead, man. This dude, man. No, I'm not Dr. Dre. I wish I had his money, though. I really do wish I had his money. I hear that all the time. I don't look nothing like that dude, man. Nah, but
Look, you hear it all the time, but you don't look nothing
I
like
don't
it.
look nothing like a dude.
Right.
But I got out the military, man. I had nothing. Like, I had a car note, you know what I'm saying? Just had my oldest daughter. She was 6 months at the time. You know what I'm saying? I was with my ex-wife. So I left Wyoming. I was in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Got out the military, drove all the way to Hampton, Virginia. That's where my ex-wife was stationed at Langley. And so, literally, I was there looking for jobs. I was applying, couldn't find anything. And then my brother, y'all know my brother Keith. He was working for this company called ProSoft out of I think they was out of I want to say Virginia Beach. But anyway, he was working for them, and he was supporting GIFCOM. And so he called me one day and he was like, "Hey man, you want a job?" Like literally real talk. Like I was asleep, called me about 8 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning. Hey, you want a job? I'm like, yeah. He was like, hold on here and talk to my boss. So Jeff Oakley, man. If Jeff Oakley see this, I got you, man, for real.
Put
Me in the game, like for real. Like I say, I was asleep. They called me, woke me up. You want a job? Yeah. So Jeff was like, all right, what I need you to do, man, I need you to go take some college courses. Start on Monday. Like for real. That's how it happened. And so that Monday, I went to ProSoft corporate office, and I still remember this vividly to this day. Because keep in mind, I wasn't making nothing. Like I didn't have no job or anything. Just got out of the military. You know what I'm saying? We weren't getting paid much anyway. So
and you got out of Wyoming.
And I got out of Wyoming. Wyoming was horrible.
Because I didn't think Wyoming had black people till Kanye.
You know what?
He was in Wyoming.
Yeah, Kanye, he got a ranch out in Wyoming. He got a spot. Yeah, he deep out in Wyoming. You know what? Outside of the military, really not much black folks. I mean, and the black folks that are there, they're there because of the military. You know what I'm saying? Like it's folks that I knew that, their pops or something was there and they just stayed there, but ain't no way in hell I'd have stayed there.
That makes sense, bro. 'Cause when y'all said Wyoming, I'm like, oh yeah, that is a state.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's a nah.
It's Colorado, Wyoming.
Okay, yeah. No, Colorado's straight though.
Cosby Show.
Colorado's straight though. Like Colorado Springs, that's cool. Colorado Springs is nice. Denver is cool.
I was doing some work out there in Colorado Springs.
Yeah, Colorado. It was
cold.
Beautiful.
It was like cold as hell, but
Bruh.
I mean, it's a beautiful.
Talking about cold, bro. It snowed Loli in Cheyenne, Wyoming. It snowed 4th of July one year. I remember we was outside shooting fireworks in the snow 4th of July.
On America's birthday?
4th of July. That's how it's cold. It's cold as hell out there. I started help desk, and it's funny. Like he told me to report to corporate office on Monday, so I got there, and I remember the manager, whoever it was at the time, he was like, "All right, Corey Morris, I'm sitting here looking." He was like, "I'm gonna offer you, I'm gonna offer you $39,000." I looked at him. I was like, "I'll take it." Like 30. That was so much money to me. Like I ain't had nothing. You know what I'm saying? So $39,000
right there, brother.
Is it done? Sign me up. $39,000. I thought I was getting broke off, man. I mean, it ain't bad,
man. I ain't such.
I know, right?
Word.
I know, right?
Word, man.
I know, right? But no. So from there,
like, so that's a real good point right there. And I've had conversations with people about this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can go for one of two things. You can go for what you think the market and all this other stuff is, or you can take win. When I say win, it's a certain percentage of a positive increase from where you currently are financially.
Mm-hmm.
Like me, I got a certain number. Like I won't move a roll until I get that. That will make me comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be I got to be in a position where I say I was stupid not to do that if I didn't do that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yep.
But I mean, shoot, 30 at that point seems like it was enough.
Thought I was
it's a
balling.
good way to get on the board.
Thought I was balling. When I got me a Lexus, I went and bought me a Lexus.
Yeah.
Tell me that.
You bought a Lexus with $39,000?
Man, that joy is used though, man. It was used.
How old were you though?
When I got out 23
or something.
21, 22.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, that's about right.
Was it
about Lexus with 30?
Was it clean?
Man, I had rims on it. It had 12s in it. Joints beat.
Any bought rims for it?
Yeah, 10s.
No, they were 18. They were 18. They were 18.
They were 18, but they look like 20.
They look like 20. Yeah, when I shined them up. But nah, so
that's that Air Force, man.
Yeah, no, but so I got the job, took the job, knew absolutely nothing about IT. They put me in the the building was called the Annex. So I was supporting GIFCOM. I don't know if y'all are familiar with GIFCOM. I was supporting GIFCOM out of Norfolk, Virginia. But my building, it was J7. I was in the J7, so we were in Suffolk, and they put me in the Annex, and so I was in the Annex by myself. I was the only help desk person there, supporting like maybe 50 people, and like I say, I couldn't reset a password, no clue how to do anything, and they just put me there by myself. Which is,
you really did.
Yeah, I didn't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know shit.
Damn.
But so they put me in there, and but granted, my brother and the rest of the crew, they were in the next building over, so I can always call them whenever I needed help, and I called them all the time. Like, man, I remember going to a user's computer and like say I ain't know nothing, and I called my brother, and I was like, "Hey, man, this I don't remember what the issue was, whatever." But I didn't remember. It was so cool. Keith put an icon. He made an icon come up on the desktop and then made it disappear. I thought that was the coolest thing. I was like, "How'd you do that? Yo, how'd you do that?" What? I said, "What, man? I seen it, but then it disappeared. Like, how'd you do that?"
Magic trick.
Man, magic. You know what I'm saying?
Let me show you
Magic,
again.
right. So I was just blown away. But no, but from there, like real talk, like I just grew. I started supporting Info Workspace for a little bit. Then I got promoted to sysadmin. At that time, I was still doing help desk. So then I got promoted to sysadmin Exchange, and that's how I got in the Exchange world. So started supporting Exchange. Then I know, man. I know Exchange.
What was that, 5-1
Now
or
it was
something?
2003. I helped stand up 2003 Exchange 2003 environment out there, and did that. Then shoot, like from there, from ProSoft, I got the job down in I left there. I ended up going to headquarters to NOB, start working out at NOB. Then I got the job down here at CENTCOM, and CENTCOM is where I met Marco and Reggie, and then eventually Rico. But man, I still remember to this because I didn't know you had a twin.
Yeah, I was still in uniform.
That's what I'm saying. Like
I remember he came in there too.
No, I remember like because I didn't know you had a twin, right? And so, man, I remember coming out and I seen Rico. I'm thinking in my head, I said, man, what the hell Marco doing? Like, what is he doing? And wearing a uniform?
Because he was in uniform.
Like, what the hell? And then Marco came down the hallway. I'm like,
with no uniform.
What the hell going on?
Nigga thought I was Superman. Why you keep changing?
I was mind blown. I didn't even think you had a twin. Mind blown. It's like, what the hell going on? I'm in the Twilight Zone. That sitcom felt like the Twilight Zone every now and then, but
no, the magic.
Yeah, man.
Especially back then.
Yeah. I don't know how you did that, man. You gotta show me that one, man. Get a twin. That's it. Get a twin. Nah, but
you got one. He in California.
One thing I wanna highlight real quick. And this has been like a current thing. Like for the last probably 3 episodes that we just recorded, man. Like you got this role. You wasn't looking for the role. Right? You didn't have to apply up front or whatnot, right? Somebody was looking for somebody. So what happened when you got this first role? This first help desk role was somebody else found that role for you.
Yep.
Right? You wasn't going out looking for it. So that's just talking to this whole social network thing. Social network is so critical. It's almost as critical, if not more critical than your skill set, because you didn't even have any skill set. You just knew somebody that was willing to put their name on the line for you.
No,
because they knew how hard you were. And not that you knew something up front, you didn't know anything about that.
No shit.
But they knew you had the propensity to ramp up and be successful. You would make yourself successful. You would turn yourself into that person that they were looking for eventually, even though you wasn't that person currently. Right. So anybody that's out there listening, pull that from this whole exchange. Your social network is your network, right? That you want more than your eyes looking for roles for you. You want your networks to be an extension of you. To represent you when you're not in the room.
Could not agree with. I'm gonna say no. I couldn't agree anymore. And a lot of it, I mean, I want to say it's like a lot of it is not about what you know a lot of times, but it's really about who you know, like for real. Because especially people in positions, you know what I'm saying, that can really look out for you. I think that's vital, and don't take that the wrong way. I don't mean it like only talk to people or connect to people that you can use, you know what I'm saying, like that. But no, it's a real for real, like looking out, like it's a for real network. You know what I'm saying? Folks want the best for you. And I mean that's what it's about.
And equally so, we're also not saying don't study, just go out the bars and meet new people, because you do have to give people something to work from. You're like, he's got this, and give them something to sell you with.
Right.
It's not just who you know, but it's also how they know you.
Right.
If they know you as a shitbird who can't be relied upon, they're not gonna put their name behind you. But if they know you as a hard worker, tenacity, tenacious, go and get it. They're gonna put you out there.
That goes back to that whole conversation about building your brand. You build your brand starts to spread. Just like Coke and Pepsi. But
absolutely.
Also want to put that too. When they do give you opportunity, you got to show up.
You got to show up.
So you got
you
that.
know what I mean?
So going back to your story though, you got this role. We all finally met. At that point in time, you were doing exchange. You were part of the team. You were I was sysadmin.
With
how big was the team, and what was the composition of the team? Was it pretty diverse, or was it
how big was it? It was, man. I mean, I don't remember how big the team was. I just know I was nights. I was working night shift. It was 3 of us working nights, and Marco started out on nights. Now I think about it. Didn't you start out on nights? No, you know what? No, you didn't start out on nights. You know what? I remember this conversation. They were talking about you because I remember when you were new and you refused to work nights, and I remember them talking about you. Like for real, they was like,
I ain't doing that.
They was like, who's this new guy coming in talking about he not working nights?
Say what?
Yeah, they was going in on you.
I say I'm not
I
doing
do
it.
remember that. Nope. I do remember. I vividly remember that.
Was that like that rite of passage? Like all the new people had to go to night
you're supposed to come in night shift. Everybody started night shifts, but
like
Marco,
not really.
That's what they
Marco
thought.
didn't do nights.
I ain't do nights.
Hey, listen, bro, I know virtualization. I know enterprise vault, and it was a piece of shit at the time.
Vault was horrible. Don't get me started on Vault. I mean, you already know I was the EV guy there. I was the EV guy there, and then at DIA, like I couldn't stand Vault.
Yep, same. Yep. Same here.
Yep. You the vault guy. Yeah, you enterprise vault.
Turned that shit around. That's why I didn't work.
Yeah, but yeah.
So that was
what's up?
So that was U.S. CENTCOM, right?
That was US CENTCOM.
Were you serving the whole time, or did you go down to the lab before?
I was serving the whole time. Like this was back when Reggie was big time. He was Mr. SAIC. So you know what? And the crazy thing, I mean, I knew Reggie. We were cool, but we ain't know him. Like I don't know Reggie like I know Reggie now. Like I was cool. Me and Marco were cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I wasn't cool with Reggie. I knew him.
Was like the kid.
Yeah, we was like kids.
Walk in with a damn suit
you know
on.
what I'm saying? Like Reggie, Reggie was big time. Reggie was big time. So he didn't talk to the minions. So
y'all tripping, man. Y'all tripping.
But it was cool though. No, we had a good time. It was fun. I say it was definitely an experience. I mean, I'm not gonna drop names on here, but I know y'all one person. Y'all can assume who I'm talking about. Couldn't stand up. I could not stand up. I'm not gonna say names, but anyway. All right, as we move on.
Yeah.
He said as we were.
Keep that on the inside. All right. So there was a lot of
people. There was
a lot of people that we enjoyed, and there was some people that were not, as enjoyable. But it was a time.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a great time.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was
we
fun.
learned a whole lot. Stuff was always breaking, which is a double-edged sword. So it's a pain in the ass, but at the same time, it's a blessing in disguise because you learn a lot more when things don't work than when they work.
Went to DIA for a substantial amount. Well, just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like what percentage of an increase was it? You know what I'm saying? Like 40? You want to?
Nah, I wasn't like that. It wasn't 40. It might have been at least this might have been like a 20% raise.
20%.
Yeah, it might be like a 20.
That's pretty good from 30, bro.
Yeah. Well, no, by the time I got down to CENTCOM, I went at 39 when I got to CENTCOM. I was a little higher than that. I had a little bit more dollars, but
he was about
50-ish. 50. Now, I tell y'all, I'm real talk. I tell y'all, I moved down. I was getting paid 60. I was getting 60 when I started at CENTCOM.
Really?
Yep. When I started at CENTCOM, I was getting paid 60,000. And then
they started me there. I was like, what the fuck?
What? What happened?
Bro, I came in at 72. I was like, huh?
Yeah.
Had to play the game.
Yeah, you gotta play the game, man. You gotta play the game, bro.
And a lot of y'all probably like wondering, like, what, he was making more than him, but I guess from his perspective, he's looking at 8 years in tech and this whole deal. There's a lot of different things that play when you're dealing with an offer from person to person. That's accolades, experience, length of experience, what the issue is when it came in. One of the good pieces of advice that I got was, if you really want to get paid, you got to go and learn the skill that people are bleeding out.
That nobody
there's
wants
some
to know.
issue that an organization. Yeah, there's some issue that an organization has where somebody's boss is poking them in the chest. You need to hire somebody that can fix this thing because somebody's poking me in the chest too. And so with that, you kind of have, negotiation leverage. You have a skill that they need, not want, they need it. There's a lot of people that say the same. You find what's in the market and you work on getting that, and then you can cover down on the rest of the stuff that comes with that along the way. But the way you can kind of like show quick value is by doing that. And at the time, like we were saying, EV, Enterprise Vault, exchange was going down anytime somebody sneezed, so yeah, they were getting broke off. We talked, we had an episode with one of our other colleagues, Willie Hobson, was doing the McAfee product, right? There was a time when the McAfee agent was blocking everything, and so I'm sure they were getting paid pretty well during that period. So you gotta find what the period is, what kind of conflict is going on within that organization that you can resolve.
And it's kind of crazy, like, I guess it's different mentalities and whatever, because what I'm saying, like when Marco was saying, when he came, how much you made. Like me, I'm like, shit, go get it. You know what I'm saying? Go get yours. Like I'm happy for you. You know what I'm saying? Go like do that. Right. But when I came in to DIA, completely different. I mean, a lot of them didn't look like us. You know what I'm saying? So I got a lot of pushback because I came in, as the exchange guy, and I got a lot of pushback. I'll just leave that. I didn't get a lot of help. They just kind of threw me to the wolves. Nobody was helping me learn the environment. All that stuff I had to learn on my own. I ain't gonna say all of it, but it was very resistant at first until I got to really know a lot of people. Just knowing the team, the rest of the team that was there. I say nothing negative against them. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I mean, they protected. They doing, you know what I'm saying? They doing what they feel like they have to do, protect themselves.
It was that climate, bro. Like it was that climate. People wasn't as free, giving information out as they are right now. I mean, I think all of us went through that whole situation. Where especially if they find out you were making more money.
Yeah.
Oh, they paying you enough, figure it out.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
They
No, you'll run into that.
I hate to say it was people. It was just like that time. It seems like.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like
hey, I'm like, fuck them. They was assholes. Shit.
Yeah.
Well, there goes that non-salacious language podcast. But
no, I'm not. I'm not running.
But yeah, I know. But
I mean, so Corey, you can say what the fuck you want, bro.
All right, gotcha.
What I was saying was that for some reason people connected like that knowledge with job security. Like if I'm the only one who know how to do this, then I'm gonna make sure I keep my job.
Yep.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
That whole thing's a lot of
that's
no, just like you're saying, Reggie, they hold it close to their chest.
Between races, there's some black people that do that too, man. It's weird.
Niggas that do that.
I wasn't saying it was a black thing.
But shoot, you remember, bro, like I sit there and talk about Vault, fucking VMware all day long.
Yeah.
What you want to know? Shit.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah. Let's share. Like, let's get in this. Let's fix it. You know what I'm saying?
So going back.
But on a personal note,
going back to your route though, bro, because you hit DIA, you were doing exchange in EV, right?
Mm-hmm.
What did you move into after that? Actually, before you talk about the next steps, like, are there any kind of like weird stories attached to any of these roles, like troubleshooting that went overnight or some crazy stuff like that?
Yeah, well, a couple. So the first one I'll tell y'all. Remember I said when I first started out at GIFCOM out in Suffolk, Virginia, I started help desk. Didn't really know shit. So I remember troubleshooting or getting ready to troubleshoot this issue with this guy. His monitor wasn't working. Well, kind of. So we end up, somebody else, one of the senior techs looked at it and said, hey, you need a new video card. So Corey, you go out, Corey and somebody else, I'm not going to say that individual's name, y'all go change out the video card. And so I was like, okay. So went to his workstation, his desk or whatever. And so I'm, pick up the tower and I'm looking, I'm like, okay, I'm start taking it apart. And this person asked me, what are you doing? I said, about to take out the video card. It was like, why are you looking at the computer? Why are you looking at the tower? I'm like, well, because the video card's in here, right? It was like, no, the video card's in the monitor.
Say
said,
what?
Really? It's like, yeah, the video card's in the monitor. I'm like, oh, shoot. Because, again, remember, I ain't know. So, bruh.
Wait, video cards in the monitor?
Bruh, we spent the last.
I think he was trying to get you, man. He was trying to get you.
Kind of shit.
I ain't gonna say, bro. No,
this
no,
like,
no.
Hey,
this
Reggie,
individual really.
It's like, hey, Reggie, you on mute?
No, I know, right?
It really was?
I know, right? This person really thought the monitor, the video card was in the monitor. Like, had me convinced. That's how.
Oh, he was stupid.
Trying to teach me how to do it. Yeah, acting like I didn't know nothing. And like, man, bro, we spent at the computer. Like, we was there trying to take the monitor apart for like 30 minutes. I'm like, yo, I really don't think the video card's in here, man. So no, thankfully I went down, I took the tower apart and took the video card out. Like, no, here's the video card. But no, that's just one crazy story. Man. Nah, and then shoot.
You got me.
No. But
I was just playing.
I know, right?
I was just playing.
The weirdest shit ever though. Like, you got an expert that's come here to help you, and you gonna try to tell him how to do his job.
Well, that would have been fine, but an expert
had me convinced. Like I said, this person was a senior well, I don't say senior, more senior than me on the help desk. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was the newest person.
Help desk person tell
you. It was a help desk person?
Yeah.
Holy shit. I thought it was a user.
No, it was a help desk person. Help desk person. That's why I say it's a senior. Yeah, it's a senior help desk. That's why I'm like,
why?
Okay.
Wow.
That's why it's at the help desk.
Right. And they stayed on the help desk. When I got promoted to sysadmin, that individual still help desk. As far as I know, when I left, that person was still help desk. Man, I want to say a name.
To this day,
legend has it he still hasn't
figured out
what a video card is.
You know what? I'm gonna look. I know, right? I'm gonna look up on LinkedIn to see where they at. But nah, it's crazy. But then you
we'll be posting his a link to his LinkedIn in the show notes.
Say here's the help.
We'll figure it out if you got video cards.
They call him Mr. GPU now.
Yeah,
NVIDIA. So from DIA, where'd you go from there?
No, so I was at DIA for 7 years ish, something like that. Had a lot of fun there. You know what I'm saying? I deployed, went over to Qatar, did a tour over there. I didn't deploy as much as y'all did. I wish I did. I didn't know. I didn't know at the time, but but no. And I think it kind of took me to another level because I give my one of my mentors a shout out, Raf Maldonado, took me to the next level. Like, I mean, before, you know what I'm saying, I felt like I was okay at Exchange. You know what I'm saying? I knew Enterprise Vault. I knew Enterprise Vault, but Exchange, I was decent with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm supporting for a while, but Raf is what got me to an engineer level, type with Exchange. And yeah, like I said, for him, I gotta thank him a lot for everything. And then because I remember you asked a story. There's spending all night troubleshooting. There's one time troubleshooting working on the Purple network. I won't say no names, but bro, I completely rebuilt the Exchange environment in one night. No lie, there was something going wrong, and I couldn't receive no databases. It was.
So what did you reconnect to backup?
Man, like I don't remember what I know. I spent the entire night. I don't remember how I spent it. I redesigned pretty much the whole Exchange environment overnight. Like, no lie. Damn. Yeah, for real. I remember having to move mailboxes, delete databases. Like, it was. I was there. I didn't leave till. Yeah. I didn't leave probably about till 10 o'clock the next morning. Wow. And everything was up. You know what I'm saying? Everything was up.
Scary hours.
Yeah.
Scary hours.
So, but. Yeah, I grew from at DIA, and then the crazy thing is, I never approached Raf and told him that I wanted to come to Microsoft. I wish I did, because I probably would have been in Microsoft a lot sooner. Because I mean, he knew what I knew, and I didn't think I was ready. I really didn't. I didn't think I was ready for Microsoft. But Microsoft came down and had a dang, what's some things called, Reggie, when they came down and had
the hiring event.
It's like a hiring. They called it something. A hiring event. We'll say hiring event.
It's basically a hiring event.
Yeah, it's basically a hiring event. So we met on at Cooper's Hawk. They interviewed us, kind of like a meet and greet. We met all the managers. And our job there was kind of making an impression on the managers. And I guess I did. And so whoever did, the managers would invite back for interviews. And so that's what happened. I met the managers, and they scheduled me for an interview. I did 3 interviews in one day. Very, very intense interviews, like literally. Yeah. Randall watched this. Randall Burns, one of my interviewers. He told me, he's like, all right, from start to finish, here's a whiteboard. I want you to stand in front of the whiteboard, tell me the process of email from Mailflow from the second it leaves Outlook, the user's client, to it's through through the cloud, through the internet, then received on the distance end. Go ahead and draw it out. And he just sat back like this and put his hands on, draw it out. I'm like, but that's it. I drew it out. Yeah, I drew it out.
How do you feel about it? I mean, you think you did pretty good in it?
I mean, he had to help a little bit. But yeah, for the most part, I would say if I had to give a percentage, I'd probably say I got about maybe 80% of it. You know what I'm saying? And the rest of it, he was like, okay, well, this, this is how this works, and this. So, but I mean,
man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and as crazy as it sounds, right? Like, it sounds scary, but those are the great moments, though. Like, especially if you can finagle your way through it and then still get something that makes them say, "Yeah, that's it." Oh yes, I did. Yeah. The struggle makes it worth it.
Yeah, totally. It was definitely worth it, and I'd say it was a good time, man. Well, at the time, it wasn't a good time. You know what I'm saying? But after that, I look back and we talk about it, joke about it now. But no, it was a pretty good interviewing process. And then, so from there,
was that the most difficult part of your 3-phase interview?
Yeah, by far. By far, yeah, because it was
there like there's like what, like one technical, like behavioral, and then
two
technical, panel maybe.
Two technical and one was with the hiring manager. Yeah, the one with the hiring manager is more of
behavioral.
Well, yeah, more of can I work with this guy? Is he a good fit for the team?
Yeah,
that's more what aligned with what it was. Yep.
Yeah, I heard it was it was pretty gruesome, bro.
Yeah,
It has its moments.
Yeah, it has its moments, but I mean,
those are the best questions.
I was about to say, yeah. That's how you know.
Those are the best questions. You get to gauge someone's depth.
Yeah, and then you get the confidence. Like I know me after the end of that day, I had the confidence. Like, damn, I know a little bit more than I thought I did. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Yeah. But shit, I started that. Did that first job with Microsoft. I was supporting NGA, so I would fly back and forth every week from Tampa to DC every week. Did that for 2.5 years. And then
the miles was probably crazy.
Man, look, I still got points. I still got rewards, man. Still, yeah. But yeah, Reggie was doing the same thing. We'll be in the same hotel. I'll leave it at that. But
sharing a room?
Nah, we ain't sharing no room.
Wait a minute. No. Don't make it weird.
Yeah, don't make it weird.
Don't make it weird. Don't make it weird.
No, but
don't make it weird.
But it was cool though. No, that's where all the Microsoft, like up in that area, that's where a lot of the Microsoft folks stayed at. Because it was the hotel was decent, you know what I'm saying? It was pretty much centrally located, and everybody can get to wherever, their customer from there. So that's why the vast majority of Microsoft folks stayed there. Well, I did that, and then now, fast forward now, I'm pretty sure y'all know I had that accident, my motorcycle accident, whatever. And then that put me on the pod. Yeah. So now that put me in a remote position, the same position I'm in right now. I've been doing this for almost 3 years now. Dang. Been in the pod.
So in that transition, is that how you ended up going from, working on Exchange into being a
right now? Yeah. So, wow. Yeah. So definitely. So what the pod is, we're a group of engineers. We try to keep at least maybe 2 to 3 engineers per technology. So my technology, I'm Exchange or EXO, Exchange Online. So it's 3 of us on the team, and then we have SPO individuals. We got security folks. We got identity teams. Teams is blowing up, but yeah. So we got each a little bit supporting each technology, and then amongst all of us, we support a number of customers. Like there's a lot. I think we up to like 18 or 19 customers right now that we support.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, it gets tough, man. Like,
is there a certain like ratio they try to keep? Like, per,
man, I try, bro. It's customers. It's crazy. No, we try to, like, me and the other EXO resources. We have our private teams, and we'll talk to each other. Like, hey, I'll take this issue, or or whatever. But it's kind of not. There's no really set way to it. We try to make it work, but it's crazy. Like, it's hard because, like, you could be working on one thing, for a customer, or they, trying to reproduce something in the lab, and you'll get a hit up by another customer about a whole nother fire, that they have, because of course everybody's issue's important. You know what I'm saying? They feel like you need to stop what you're doing and working on it right now. So it can get a little bit overwhelming at times.
So I'm not gonna ask you about, any company specific positioning on things, because, you work for a vendor, I work for a vendor. We're not speaking on behalf of these vendors because this show is not, being endorsed by any kind of vendors. But what's your positioning on, the DEI movement, and a lot of organizations are trying to embody in their culture and increasing the amount of diversity within their ranks?
You said the DEI.
What does that mean for you? Yeah, and I'm gonna kind of stretch the question out a little bit. So, as far as like representation for minorities and women and stuff like that, that's the inclusivity piece. Kind of talk about like historically what you've seen and what you're seeing right now, how those two kind of contrast, if they do, if you feel like they contrast.
No, I feel you.
We'll pick it up from there.
No, I feel you. No, I see what you're saying. As a company, I'll be straight up real talk, like, because it's funny because I'm a D. You said D and I. I'm a D and I lead diversity.
DEI.
So we call it
diversity, equity, inclusion.
We call it D and I. D and I. So diversity and inclusion.
DNI.
Yeah, diversity and inclusion.
So y'all don't cover the equity.
Yeah. So
I know. Get some equity in y'all.
Hey, we trying to, man. We tried to, but no, I'm actually. It's funny because I'm actually a D and I lead for my team. And then Reggie and I, like he helped start. We started a BAM chapter. BAM is Blacks at Microsoft. So we started the first BAM chapter in Florida. Like the nearest BAM chapter was in Atlanta. And so Reggie, like I said, he was very instrumental in setting that up. Like it's like Reggie is just part of the team. It was probably about 5. I mean, I don't throw numbers out there, but he was very instrumental in setting that up. And so but I'm now kind of backtracking. I apologize. I can give you my personal experience.
Perfect.
Yeah, I can give you my personal experience that I've seen. So when I first started, when I interviewed for Microsoft, I had braids. That's when I got my hair. I'm growing my hair back out right now. But anyway, when I interviewed,
I remember you walking around looking like a hoodlum.
Yeah, but I had braids. Look,
looking like the old.
Drake. I know. Man, go ahead, man. But no, I had braids. Like when I interviewed for Microsoft, I had braids down my shoulders, and but when I came to the interview, I came in the suit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking like, they're gonna see me like, man, who's this nigga with the braids, this, that, and others. But so I heard after the interview, like talking to Randall, after I came with Microsoft, talking to people that interviewed me, they weren't like, yo, who's that dude in the braids? They was like, yo, who's that dude in the suit? You know what I'm saying? They didn't see the braids, they seen the suit. And so that's how it's always been. Like I can say at least with Microsoft, like you'll see folks that don't look like us with different colored hair, women, like, man, it's funny, like, man, I don't want to get into a whole D&I spill, but because I didn't know much, like I didn't think much about like situations like that until I became in the position that I'm in now. And it might make a little sense when I tell you what I'm talking about, but I just say straight up, like transgendered people, like I didn't want to say I had an opinion or anything on it. Like it was nothing negative, but I didn't really think, about it until I got put in this role. And then I sat at, we have every month we have these 5-room chats or whatever in the team meeting, and there was a transgendered individual that was talking, and he talked about how he was treated when he was younger, and how his father, because obviously he was born a female, how his father treated him. And just that story, like, I mean, it was, I ain't gonna front, like, I was like, dang, man, I hate he had to go through that, And the crazy thing is I seen him, we had these things called Ready or Fed Start now. We had Fed Start event last year, and I ran into him coincidentally up in DC and sat down and talked to him, like, yo, and I mean, cool dude, you know what I'm saying? And like just being in that role, being in like I didn't things like that. I look at things, give me a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? I look at things a lot different. Not saying before like negative. I was like, oh, you transgender, get away from me. No, nothing like that. It's just I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? And so just hearing his story, hearing that, and then that just is one example. You know what I'm saying? Like females, I feel like I don't see any favoritism. I don't see none of that. I don't see it personally with the company. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everybody gets a fair shake. I feel like everybody gets treated the same. You know what I'm saying? Regardless. I say I don't see any prejudice. I personally don't see it. I'm not saying it don't happen. I'm not naive. You know what I'm saying? But it's never been in my face.
I mean, like at the end of the day, bro, I'm not gonna like run this like a lot of other conversations if we don't share the same experience. That makes you a liar. No, that just means your experiences aren't the same as mine, right? Which is, that's the base of us having a conversation, just to try to explore what your experiences are, and it's perfectly fine, man. Did you experience any kind of like differences with regard to what you were just not talking about? Microsoft doesn't have difficulty in those areas as far as you can see. Did you experience or see any of that kind of stuff like before going into Microsoft, working at Microsoft, like earlier on in your career? I mean, I know you was the only black person in your job when you was help desk, but you was also working in the office that was 100% black people. Because you were the only person.
I know, right? Office. I was team of one. You know what? Not so much. If I had to say, like the most, if I had to categorize, it would be my time with DIA. Would be the biggest the biggest kind of issues or anything like that I ran into to where, it was hard getting help. It was hard. It was hard doing my job. But there were days it was really tough to do my job. I'm not even gonna front because I didn't I would go in. I didn't know much about the environment. I wouldn't get no pass. They wouldn't give me no password to the admin. I'm like, all right.
They wouldn't give you the passwords?
Not the ones I needed.
Wow.
Not the ones I needed. I had to make it work.
And that may or may not be relevant to the issues, because I mean you were probably still new, right? I mean, was that the case, or had you been there for a while?
Yeah,
it could be something as simple as, we don't really trust this guy. We don't know how long he's gonna stick around.
Right? They didn't.
So
yeah.
And what I'm saying by that is not to minimize the
they don't
issues.
Trust you.
They shouldn't have hired me. They shouldn't have hired me. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I shouldn't have been up. Yeah, I shouldn't have been upstairs. You know,
you shouldn't get a task
right.
that requires you to have a password.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't want you.
But what I'm saying is not to minimize the issues that we know are still there, whether they're as pronounced or less pronounced nowadays than they were in the past. It's just to say that everybody's experience is different.
Mm-hmm.
Something may seem like X,
mm-hmm.
and it may be Y.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You just having a certain vantage point that's making you see it like that.
Mm-hmm.
But just y'all out there that's listening, just be careful. If you have an issue that seems nefarious, if you feel like it's that big of a thing, document it. Start writing it down. Start asking more, inquiring,
100%.
clarifying questions to find out where the root of this behavior or activity is coming from, and have conversations with other people that are also related to it that can kind of speak to it, maybe give you a different vantage point or give you better edification as to what may be going on with this specific individual or group,
right,
or why you're not getting the password or whatever.
Right.
Maybe there's a waiting period where it's 30 days,
right,
because there's high turnover. There's been high turnover with the bro, and they're like, we want to make sure he sticks around, because you already know we don't do it. Well, we haven't done it in the past. Whenever somebody leaves, you're supposed to roll all the codes.
Yeah,
right? You know what I mean, and that's frustrating. You backing it back, right? Help desk. You got in the help desk, you didn't know anything. From getting in the help desk, not knowing anything, to you're at your first successful troubleshoot, right? You troubleshoot your first thing as a help desk guy. So now I'm a IT guy, right? You could tell people you're an IT guy once you fix your first problem, I think. So between that point and then now, what was your journey looking like as far as building qualifications, getting these certifications? These certifications we like to, talk about. I got about 5 of them now.
Bruh. I started strong. I ain't gonna front. I started out real strong. When I first got in the help desk, I think I knocked out 2 certs, Security Plus, Net Plus, within the first maybe year or so. And it's crazy. When I went to school, I'm backtracking again, but when I went to school after Jeff told me to enroll in college before he gave me the job, or when he gave me the job, I was going to school to be a network guy. I wasn't going to be a server guy. And so, I was going to be networks. And
the Cisco stuff was pretty hot.
And I enjoyed that. That joint was fun, you know what I'm saying? And so that's why I I was really leaning that way. But so I started out hot again. Within the first couple of years, knocked out a cert, and another couple of years after that, knocked out another one. I need to get back all the game. I ain't gonna lie. It's been a couple of years since I had a cert since I joined Microsoft. I got one since I joined Microsoft, and I've been with Microsoft coming up on 5 years. So, but in my
that's only because they make you get certs. That's only because they make you get it.
And in my defense, I have to renew that cert every year. So I got to take another test to keep that joint active. You know what I'm saying? So, in a sense, I'm taking,
So what's your view on certs? From where you stand right now, what's the importance of certs, if there is any importance in certs? Some people don't feel like they're important.
Man, so
you learn how to do the thing, and that's what
that helps too. That helps too. But me being, I've interviewed several individuals before, on a lot of occasions, and so what I'm seeing, certs, they hold a lot of value. They hold a lot of weight. And then I'm saying, don't get me wrong, a degree looks good on paper too, bachelor's degree in computer science or whatever, that looks good too. But if you see somebody with, 10 certs, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, they know their shit. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that the college graduate, somebody doesn't, but just in my experience, again, I'm just talking about me personally, I've seen times where people with more certs were picked or hired. Over, I don't say over, but they were a better fit. Like again, because I'm trying to watch what I say because I'm not trying to minimize the degree because that's one I think that's very important. You know what I'm saying? Get your school and get your, education. But like that cert is gold. Like especially if you got something certain they need, and then you got that experience too. Like you got an experience, and then you got certification. You like, I think you can kind of write your own ticket with that.
Bro, I've heard it said that a degree doesn't show your knowledge; it shows your ability to stick to something and finish it. Right. Because my thing is, if you got your degree in the '90s and here we are in 2023, what you learned in that degree ain't relevant right now.
Right.
Especially in IT. Even if you got your degree 3 years ago, what you learned is not relevant because the stuff in that book
is always changing. Always changing. Yeah, technology is always evolving. Yeah.
But one thing that you can, say for it, and I'll let you get back to it, Reggie. I heard you trying to, say something. But one thing is like this, like when you go through a college degree program, because I'm on the same side that you're talking on, where I feel certifications are way more important than a degree. Mm-hmm. But the skill that you get from a degree is being able to like effectively communicate. Well, it should be that you learn how to effectively communicate yourself in writing and orally. Mm-hmm. A lot of times we write papers, we do research, and we have to like be able to articulate ourselves in a logical way that people can kind of pick up on what you're trying to convey in your writing. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people they struggle with doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so much so it's a complete job. You got to take writers.
Yeah.
Because engineers can't write.
No, for real. That's me. Like documentation, I'm horrible at document. Like you ask me to put a document together. Tell me to fix something, you know what I'm saying? Give me something to fix. Don't ask me to tell you how I fixed it, you know what I'm saying? Don't ask me to document how I fixed it. I'll just fix it.
Don't worry about
it. Yeah, it's fixed, man. Don't worry about it. No, this is me personally. Like, yeah, I'm horrible at writing and documentation, man. Yeah, cut video.
Well, would you have Reggie?
No, I was just gonna say sometimes it depends on the company and your path, right? So I see that different companies are different, right? So, but I do see people that aspire for like executive or senior leadership type positions. They do say like having a degree is an asset. Mm-hmm. If you're a technical lead and stuff like that, but there are some companies that don't really care about that either. If you have an attitude, you can adapt. Like I know some companies. I don't like to name companies, but I know some companies like straight up told us like, look. With my company, I don't really care if you got a degree. I don't care what you got. You don't even have to have a cert as long as you're smart. Mm-hmm. And I was like, wow, really? He's like, yeah, man. I know I care about people that are smart and can learn and adapt and perform. I can care less about all that other stuff. And I was like, wow, that's the first time I ever heard that before. But he was dead serious about that.
So can I say one thing? So I have 3 degrees. I've not gotten. I have 3 degrees. Yeah, I have dual bachelor's and associates.
Flexing.
You said flexing?
Flexing.
No.
Well, that's just one.
Flexing.
A dual bachelor's is just one degree.
I got 2. No, I got bachelor's in business management. Then I got one in. I didn't go to school at the same time. I went to school 2 different times and got a bachelor once, and then I went and got. I got my bachelor's in business.
He
think
trying to talk shit, man.
I know, right?
He got 2 bachelors.
Then I got bachelor's in information management. Dang, what is it? ITSM. But no. So the point I was trying to make, I have not got one.
Wait a minute, man. Hold on. All right. Hold on, bro. I apologize. I keep cutting you off.
No, you good.
You say you got an associate's and 2 bachelors?
Yeah. Yep.
How the hell you get to be a doctor then? You ain't got a PhD?
Man, go ahead, man. No, I ain't no PhD, man. Doctor, go ahead. Anyway, no. So I have not. After been working obviously when I got my degrees. I have not once got a raise from getting a degree, but I have got bonuses for getting certifications, and I'll leave it at that.
There were some companies that were paying a little bit more for every certification you had.
Yep.
I forgot what that formula was, but that was the actual thing where I'm not talking about like a bonus, but like they would increase your pay. Mm-hmm.
I know I know one of the formulas was if you are a VAR or something like that, and the company needs so many certified people for certain technology to become a certain level of partnership, they would pay you for that. Like we need 5 CCIEs to be platinum with Cisco. So they would pay you a lot of money, actually overpay you sometimes, just so they can get
for the contract.
Right, exactly.
Yep. So switching lanes to something else. I know we kind of running a little bit deep on time.
You good?
What's mentorship and that whole dynamic mean for you? Like, do you have a mentor, or are you a mentor? And what's that look like on your trail?
Man, I love it. Like, I love mentorship. I love helping people. I love mentoring folks. I got several mentors. Reggie don't know. He might not know it. I think I told him before. I look at Reggie as a mentor. It's a group of us that we all get together a lot, and I look at them all as mentors because I learned something from each and every one of them every day. So I think having a mentor is definitely vital in your career progression and path. I mean, because they help out. They're giving a lot of advice. They help. I'm trying to get promoted. I remember telling Reggie that, like, yo, I'm trying to get my promotion. Reggie helped me. Like, he's helping me with that. Like, you need people like that in your corner. And I want to, reciprocate that. I want to do that for somebody else too. Like, I want to help bring somebody up. You know what I'm saying? Bring you up to, our level. I mean, I don't want to say like they beneath me or anything like that, but I want to help pull you up. You know what I'm saying? Help you get that bonus, help you get whatever, help you get that promotion, help you get that raise. Like, let's do it. Let's eat. You know what I'm saying? I mean, my end goal, I would love to be in a product group or something like that. But I mean, as far as my career, like, I don't see myself ever leaving the company. They're gonna have to kick me out. Like I say, I'm not trying to, I cover my shirt. I'm not trying to promote it just because I work for them, but I really do think there's a lot of different ways you can grow and learn. Sky's the limit. I mean, I'm sure there's other companies like that as well too, but yeah, I see myself, I want to do TED Talks. Now you got me spilling my life dreams. I want to do TED Talks, man. I want to be part of the product group.
Amen.
I want to lead Fed Start conversations and discussions and host all these sessions, man. And it's crazy. Like, I still gotta work on myself and getting used to getting in front of folks talking, because that's what I'm aspiring to do. But I still find myself a little hesitant, like whenever I got a workshop or something like that to deliver. Boy, I'm shitting bricks. Like, I'm so damn nervous because I got to teach this technology or whatever I'm teaching to a group of individuals, and I don't want to come off sounding stupid or crazy, like I don't know what I'm talking about. But for real talk, that's something I'm aspiring to be. Like I said, I want to be at that level to where I'm talking, standing from a CEO, telling them about the next latest and greatest thing that's coming out, and how it can help his company, and what we could do. So I mean, that's my aspirations, and I mean, as long as I stay hang around people like y'all, like, because again, like I said, Rico and Marco, like y'all, like when I first met y'all too, like, I'm like, man, these smart, like these dudes, like they own it, like y'all hustle. And I remember telling y'all, like y'all be on it, like, and so you know what I'm saying. You gotta surround yourself with smart people, man. Like iron sharpens iron, bro.
Absolutely,
yeah, definitely.
And I mean, I want you, bro.
Say if you always the smartest person in the room, then
get a new room.
In the wrong room.
Get a new room. Yep, you're in the wrong room.
But yeah, like I want you to like lay out your plan. Say what you're gonna say, man. Whatever it is you feel like you want to do, it's in your heart to do it. I mean, because I'm actually going right now. I'm trying to I'm applying to a role that's similar to what you're talking about. It's a black belt type.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know black belt. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So we have the same mindset with that. But the other benefit I just saw with me doing this show, because before we started recording, I started talking to you about the vision and what we're trying to do, for people that are viewing this. But the benefit that you get is this: if I can keep this thing going for the next 3-5 years, in the next 3 to 5 years, we still got this episode, streaming on Spotify or whatever. You go back after you've taken that role and say, I said 3 years ago I was going to do this.
Claimed it.
And that's your testimony that you can talk to people, your mentees, people that you're talking to when you say, hey, do a dream board, speak it, whatever it is you want to get into, you want to get involved in and do, speak it and start working the process, trust the process. It'll work for you. This is how it worked for me. I did this recording on this podcast 5 years ago, and here I stand. You know what I mean? So the process works. And a lot of people that are new and young in this industry, they have a hard time trusting the process. And sometimes a little bit of evidence is what they need. You want to say, have faith. Faith don't really pay the bills today, but you have to give them that faith so they can be strong enough to delay gratification and hold out and trust the process.
Man, that's a great term, delayed gratification.
Yeah, delayed gratification.
I hear that so much.
Yep. Delayed gratification. Yeah, it's a, you got to grind. I mean, a lot of folks, say in this generation, they want it now. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to put in the work. They just want shit given to them. You know what I'm saying? You got to be willing to get your hands dirty, get in the weeds. You know what I'm saying? If you really want to be successful, and I commend y'all again on this too. Like, I know, trying to give it all y'all flowers too, because this podcast and things like 5 years from now, you said, you will, it's gonna blow up. Like, y'all gonna blow up on the see little clips on Instagram, with the algorithm or whatever, hey, look at this like, y'all, this gonna blow up too, man. So y'all got it, bro.
Yeah.
Don't let anybody tell you can't do anything. Because another person, again, I'm gonna name this, but y'all already know who I'm talking about. He straight up told me, if I had to lay people off, you'd be the third person I lay off. And I mean, it was a team of, I don't know how many. Straight up told me in my face. He's like, "You be the third."
Say the first.
You be the third person. And he named two individuals, and then he was like, "I'll fire such and such first, then I'll fire such and such first, and then you next."
That takes some balls.
That lit a fire.
I'd be scared of getting punched, bro.
Yeah, but no, that,
like, you gonna tell somebody that to their face?
Straight up told me that. Straight up told me that. But so
I'll kill you.
So, but no, what that
Never
did
heard
was
that story before, bro.
Yeah, nah, and ever since that, man, like, kind of lit a, kind of put a chip on my shoulder. Yeah, like, how dare you, man? The nerve of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that. And so, yeah, don't let anybody tell you can't do anything. Like, sky's the limit. You know what I'm saying? The only person that's stopping you is you. Don't tell people you can't do. Don't let nobody tell you can't do shit.
You need to go back. You need to drop dude a email or something and thank him.
Yeah, what I should do. Yeah, I just sent him an email with my signature block. Corey Moore, Cloud Solution Architect, Microsoft. That's it.
If it wasn't for you,
fueled you, bro.
I wouldn't be where I am right now.
At the end of the day, you think he was lying though?
Fuck him. Yeah.
I mean, do you think that you were where you needed to be?
I think he believes. I think he believes it. Yeah, I think but no, me personally, no. I felt like I was doing my job, but I think he really felt that way. And so,
you think you would have pushed as hard if he hadn't, like, kind of threw in your face like that? What he felt about you?
Not to get, probably not to get out of CENTCOM.
But that's the point.
Not to get out of CENTCOM.
Think about it.
Yes.
If he wasn't right, or at least had a point, you wouldn't need to push hard.
Yeah. Real talk. Touche.
And I'm not saying you was a shitbag back then.
Yeah, nah, I mean, take it that way.
You could have been better, basically.
Yeah,
you could have been better, and you saw you could have been better, so you put it down and you made yourself the person who you knew you could be.
I feel like you're everything with every decision that you could possibly make. So had you not made decisions to, ramp down and prove somebody wrong, you probably could have slumped back into being whatever it was he thought you were.
Yeah, because
but since he did pose that to you and put that in, put that out there like that, you decided to go this way instead and turn yourself into the different version of you that went on to be an employee for Microsoft.
Yeah, because
so that's why I say,
personally, I've always
everything
carried
is based on your
imposter
mindset.
syndrome. You know what I'm saying? Where I felt like I wasn't doing enough. Like, man, that's why I always grind. Always, because I was never good enough. I don't know enough about this.
Marco,
I need to figure that out.
I feel that way all the time. I mean, that's big with it. I feel that. No, seriously, with Microsoft, like, we're Microsoft. We're supposed to, know every, bro. Like anytime I'm in a meeting and I get asked, "Hey, y'all know how to do this?" I'm like, "Yeah, imposter syndrome." I had to talk to somebody about that. It's real, but go ahead, Reggie.
Imposter syndrome.
It's real.
Is the Dunning-Kruger effect.
It's real.
Dunning-Kruger.
I haven't heard that.
You know a lot. It's the people that know a lot. They know so much about the topic that they know what they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So they feel like they don't really know a lot. Mm-hmm. But someone who doesn't know a lot, they don't know what they don't know. So they think
confidence.
They think they're experts.
It's almost like, bro, if you had like if you had a pickle jar, right? And you put 30 fucking big marbles in it, right? It's a half full pickle jar now. And you say, hey, do you have a lot of marbles? You say, nah, right? Because, you'll say, yeah, I got a lot of, because the pickle jar is full of marbles. But if you have a swimming pool with 30 marbles, right? You don't have a lot of, you're not even like feeling that. You know all of this volume that you could take up, and you're not taking it all up. That's a rough, crappy way of explaining it, but that's what it turns into. The person that doesn't really know the tech, like Marco was saying, is the person that thinks that all the information that's available for that specific subject is this pickle jar. Whereas when you learn and you actually do know, now you know all the things that most don't know. You know a lot of the things that you don't know about it. And that's a lot more than what you do know. Even though what you do know is 10 times what the average person knows. Yeah. Right? Yeah. You may be, the guy in that thing, but I mean, that's the knowledge fallacy. One of the knowledge fallacies, there's all kinds of psychological tricks that people play on themselves. Yeah. With respect to like what they know and how they present themselves.
Yeah. No, and like you say that, imposter syndrome is real. And I like how you phrase that too. Like you know what you. I'm trying to word this because I got an example for it, but I just don't want to sound crazy.
About you knowing what you don't
know.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like for a minute I thought like when I first joined Microsoft, like you couldn't tell me shit about Exchange. Like I knew everything. I knew everything about Exchange. Man, shit. Like I mean, when you get a whole list of other stuff that you ain't seen, like it's a whole nother level to it. Right. I'm like,
you got in the right room with the right people.
Yeah, bro. I'm like, damn, maybe I don't. And then I felt like I don't know shit about Exchange.
You get on the phone with these people that actually like the DLLs, the code. I mean, it's like, bruh.
Yes.
They go deep. You're like, it's like your mind just gets blown, and you're like, and then you think to yourself, when you talk to those people, how the hell do you know all this? Yes. Because I thought I was smart.
Yeah. and you.
I used to think I knew a lot about like Microsoft, like Windows or server, whatever. And when I got like a sysinternals book and started going in on that, I was like, oh.
Yeah. It's levels to this shit. It's levels to it, but it's really important though. I don't remember. I think Marco was saying this. I don't remember which one of y'all said it, but it's really important. Like it's all a mental thing. Like because when you feel that way, and you putting all that pressure on yourself, like you're generating all this stuff in your head. Like, oh, this person knows this. You're comparing, and that's when you can be your own worst enemy, like I say, and dealing with that imposter syndrome.
You compare yourself at your worst to other people at their best.
Yeah.
Because you're always you're always tracking your failures and your shortcomings.
Right.
And you're always tracking how other people are better than you.
Right.
It's like anything. You got to really pay attention to yourself doing it because it'll drive you nuts. Especially when you're like on that quest for knowledge and you want all the knowledge. It's kind of like that movie. I forgot what the name of it was. It was a TV show where these cats had these powers, and this one dude had the power to like eat somebody's brain and take their power. And he got obsessed
Heroes.
With that
was it
Heroes?
Yeah,
that was Heroes. Heroes.
Heroes. Like to do Heroes.
Yeah, you just worry about yourself. Like, don't compare yourself to nobody else. You know what I mean? Be the best version of you that you can be, and don't look what somebody else got going on.
That's solid advice right there.
Again, that takes us back to that conversation we had at the start about the whole layoffs and people losing their job. All you can do is control what you can control.
Yep.
Because if not, you'll be up nights,
stressed out. Yeah, can't sleep.
I mean, I've been there. Not this time, but I've been there. So I'm like 2 hours of sleep because I'm just stressed out worrying about stuff. We all been there in IT.